Yo, what is good, guys? It's Jake here, aka Super Unlucky Me. I hope you're all doing fantastic and staying safe. So today we are starting a new series. We're going to be doing Football Manager, and as I am a Gillingham fan, as you can see from my top, I am going to be seeing if I can bring some success to Gillingham. If anyone's into football that much, you'll know that Gillingham haven't exactly had much success. The highest that we've been is the Championship from 2000 to 2005. So yeah, should be interesting to see how we do. Um, so if I do look over here, it's because I have basically a document where I'm going to be typing things, just making notes and things like that, so then we can stay involved constantly and stay up to date. So as you can see here, I have suggested the stats for my manager on the basis of the club, and as you can also see, I prefer to be a bit more on the coaching side rather than the mental side of things. So let's confirm and see how we do with that. So basically, guys, the idea for this is we are going to be doing, in the first episode, which is the one that you're obviously watching right now, we're going to be basically going through the club, having a look around, kind of seeing what our starting 11 is going to be, the areas that we need to improve, discussing the expectations, things like that. And then from there, going forward, what I want to try and do is I want to try and have pre-season in a video, and then from that, I want to try and have kind of like 3 games or 3 matches per episode. I'm going to put in the goals, or that's what I'm going to try and put in anyway. It depends whether it works with the video or not, but if it works with the video, then we'll be having the goals in the video as well, so you can see that. Otherwise, it'll just be discussing the match stats and goal scorers and things. So without further ado, let's get into it. We are Gillingham. Let's go. So here we have basically the overall of the club. So we've got obviously a 2.5-star reputation. We have no director of football, as you can see. We've got an assistant manager as Paul Rayner. The media think that we're going to be coming 14th, so hopefully we can improve on that. Looking at the training facilities, so we've got adequate training facilities, below average youth facilities, and a fairly basic youth recruitment. So that doesn't bode well for any players coming through the ranks. So what's Paul Scally, the chairman, had to say? I'd like to formally welcome you, if I can read properly, to Gillingham. To get you acquainted with your new surroundings, you'll receive our introductory welcome pack before going on to finalise the vision and objectives we're going to proceed together with. Congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much, Mr. Scally. I hope to do well. So here we have the first 11, or the best first 11 that the coaching staff have put together. So who do we have here? So the strikers, we have John Akinde, Brandon Hanlon, with Regan Charles Cook in behind. Mark Byrne and Ollie Lee in the centre of midfield, with Alfie Jones in the defensive area. Obviously a very narrow formation because Gillingham do not have wingers. Then the back four, we've got Thomas O'Connor on loan from Southampton, Max Amar, Connor Ogilvie, Barry Fuller, and then in goal we have Jack Bonham. Okay, so in terms of the Gillingham squad that I know of, I'd say it's a fairly strong lineup, and it's probably not going to be too far different from what we go with. So looking at the transfer obligations here, as you can see, we've got Ollie Lee on loan from Hearts, we've got Jordan Graham on loan from Wolves, Alfie Jones, Thomas O'Connor, as I've mentioned, on loan from Southampton, Jordan Roberts on loan from Ipswich, Lee Hodson is out on loan to St Mirren, and Usanu Cisse is on loan to Leyton Orient. Okay, so I'm okay with that 11 so far. So let's look at the outline of the board's visions for the future. So Scally says he'll be in touch shortly to discuss the finer details and to finalise our competition objectives for the coming season. So let's look at the club culture here. So sign players under the age of 22 for the future. That's basically because we want to bring the money in. So we want to bring in the youngsters that are going to look good, and then we're going to sell them on for profit, basically. He wants to play attacking football. We may or may not do that. It depends on whether I feel like we got the squad at the start of the season to play attacking. Entertaining. All my football's entertaining. Develop players using the club's youth system. So I don't know if this will be used all that often, given the fact that our training facilities for the youth aren't exactly great. And sign players based in England. That's probably going to be more so where we're heading anyway, given that obviously being a lower league club, we're not going to be signing players from the likes of Barcelona and places like that. Let's look at the 5-year plan. So ongoing, we want to build a new stadium. That's going to take a chunk of money, so we're probably not going to have anything to work with. Work within the wage budget. That's going to also be difficult. So the end of this season, Paul Scally wants us to get in the top half of League One. Wants us to reach the 3rd round of the FA Cup and the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup. So, top half of League One, I'm hoping to do better than that, but we'll see. 3rd round of the FA Cup, I'm not going to lie. I know the cups are good for income, but with fixture congestion and things like that, I'm not sure how much focus I'll be putting on the cups. And then obviously my contract expires at the end of the season if I'm not performing. Then next year they want to reach the playoffs. Well, I'm hoping to get that this year. So we'll see how that pans out. Then the year after that, so the 3rd year, they want to win promotion to the Sky Bet Championship. And then in 2022 to 23, they want to remain in the Championship. That will be difficult. And then the 5th year, they want us to remain in the Sky Bet Championship as well. So that's going to be very difficult because the jump from League One to the Championship is huge. It's so underestimated. And given the fact that we don't exactly have a lot of finances, that's going to be difficult. Finally, please do not hesitate to let me know if you would like any of the arrangements below to be made. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to Gillingham, and everyone at the club hopes that this is the beginning of a long and successful era. Well, Mr. Scally, I hope it is too. Schedule a press conference to meet the media. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll arrange an inter-squad. And yeah, send me an advice on the backroom staff. Do it. Okay, so we are now officially into the club. We've been employed as the manager of Gillingham FC. So let's have a look around the club. The tactics introduction, we're not going to do that because we already kind of have an idea where we're going to go with it. Now the club's vision and expectations. So do we agree with this? I think barring the attacking football, I think we should be okay with that. So I'm going to negotiate. And I want to remove that. I think other than that, we're going to be okay. Almost agreeable. So he really wants this. I'm going to try again. No, Mr. Scally. I don't want to do that. Thank you very much. I agree with those terms. Pre-season preparation. So the players are due to return for pre-season training today. Now would be a good time for you to review your plans for them. During pre-season, a schedule that greatly increases fatigue will benefit the players' fitness, with them being able to stave off fatigue longer into the season itself, and reduce the chance of becoming jaded during the season itself. A schedule that greatly increases fatigue will increase the chances of players becoming jaded. Okay. So let's look here. The start of pre-season is 5 weeks. We've got the under-18s, which is being played tomorrow. And then we have 4 friendlies of Maidenhead, Salford, Cardiff, and NAC Breda. Okay. The injury risk isn't great, so we're probably going to be looking at bringing in a physio. Probably going to be looking at a fitness coach. And fatigue, we're just going to kind of see how that pans out. Sharpness is good. Team cohesion and happiness is okay. Fitness reports. For top condition, we've got Simon Royce, Barry Fuller, Max Amar, Jack Bonham, Michael Mandron. And coming back injured, we have Matty Willock and Regan Charles Cook. How long is Charles Cook out for? 3 to 4 months with a virus. Okay, and Matty Willock's out for a while. 2 months with the virus. Okay. Squad selection rules, we already know that. Transfer window is in progress, so we can potentially bring in some loan players or some free transfers because we're not going to have any money to do anything else. So the tactics. We are going to look to control possession. So let's choose a formation. So we're not going to play any of those really. We're going to play 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, as suggested at the beginning, and I think that does suit Gillingham's current team the best. So let's look at the players here now. I know that Jack Bonham is our best rated goalkeeper at 25 years of age. Joe Walsh is upcoming. He's only 17 years old. He's got a lot of potential, but right now we need to go with Jack Bonham. The right back, we're a little bit shy on right backs. Barry Fuller is 34, so he's getting on a bit, so we're probably going to look to replace him. Then the left back, I believe we're going to go with Tom O'Connor because he's 20 years old, he's on loan from Southampton, and he's ridiculous. And he's obviously our best rated. Again, we're shy on left backs as well, though. The Tom O'Connor can go in there. I know that Conor Ogilvie can play out there. Centre backs, Max Amar is by far our best. And Conor Ogilvie is joint second. So they are going to probably be our first team starters. Although Jack Tucker is a youngster. He's 19. He's got a lot of potential. But he's not quite there. So he'll probably be used as a substitute. Or unless there's an injury. We'll go Amar and Ogilvie. In fact, we're going to swap them around because Ogilvie is predominantly a left-sided player. We'll go through the types of players very shortly. So Alfie Jones is going to be sitting in CDM. We'll just check. He is our best CDM. So he will be sitting in there. Now, central midfielders. I'm thinking we go with O'Keefe and Byrne. I'm thinking that's what we're going to go with. I know that Ollie Lee's up there, but I think whilst Regan Charles Cook's out, I think Ollie Lee should probably play in behind unless we bring in someone else. So let's put these two in. And Ollie Lee, as predicted, is up there with Regan Charles Cook as our best attacking midfielder. So he's going to go in just behind the strikers. And then the two strikers, Brandon Hanlon, I'm going to put in because he's got that bit of pace about him. Although his finishing is not great, I feel like he's going to be able to get in behind the defenders. I mean, he's also rated our best striker. That's concerning. Given that he's only got 10 finishing, that's very concerning. But we'll get him put in there. He can play on the right side. And Akinde, given the fact that he's strong, he's big, he's got good finishing, he's going to be joining Mr. Hanlon up top. So, O'Connor, we're going to play him as a wing back, but he's going to be a defensive wing back. Barry Fuller is just going to be... I'm going to play him the same, actually. Ogilvie is going to defend. And Amar's going to be a ball-playing defender. Alfie Jones is going to be a deep-lying playmaker. Byrne, box-to-box, I'm happy with. O'Keefe is a ball-winning midfielder, which I really like in my teams. Really like a ball-winning midfielder. We're going to put Ollie Lee to attack, and hopefully he's going to be able to help. I'm going to have Hanlon as a pressing forward. And Akinde is going to be the target man, obviously given the size of him. It makes sense. So now we're just going to pop all the players we can on the bench for the pre-season. So that is going to be our starting lineup, I think. Unless obviously anything changes, we're bringing anyone in. If it's not great for, in pre-season, if we're not getting the results, then we'll look at it. Out of possession, I want a lower line because for anyone that's played this game, it tends to be balls over the top, just absolutely kill you. And we're going to use tighter marking and stay on our feet because we don't want to be giving away penalties. In transition, we want to counter press. When possession has been won, we want to counter quickly. Goalkeeper is going to distribute quickly, try and hit them on that counter. And we're going to distribute to target man. And take long kicks where you can. In possession, we want to keep it narrow. Play out a defence. Yes, that's fine. Work the ball into the box is fine. Passing directness. With us playing narrow, I want to keep that quite short, but I want to play a higher tempo. Time wasting we're not going to go with. Dribble less, because I want to keep the ball moving, keep the ball passed about. And we'll leave that as it is. And we'll leave that unbalanced for now, as I feel like that's going to depend on whether we're away from home or whether we're at home. Set pieces. So let's have a look here. So obviously we're just going to go with the highest stats for this. So corners. In the starting lineup we have O'Connor and Ollie Lee. So I want them switched because O'Connor I believe is left-footed. But we'll put them on and switch them like that. Free kicks we have O'Connor again. We'll put Ben Pringle on just in case he gets into the lineup, but I doubt he will. And Ollie Lee in there as well. Throw-ins, we have Mark Burns, so he is a midfielder, so he should be okay doing both. Corners, I'm not going to touch that. Free kicks, I'm not going to touch that. Throw-ins, I'm not going to touch that. And penalties, I think we'll leave that as it is. We'll leave that as it is. Okay. So, key areas to improve. For me, I think we're going to go with the left back, the right back. The right back, I'm hoping to get a first team right back in. And the left back, I'm hoping to just get back up. And then I think we should probably look at getting a striker. That's what I'm thinking. They're looking at the staff. We have a lot of coaching staff in, so do we have a fitness coach? Because that's going to be key. He's only got 14 fitness, so we may improve on that. Obviously, I'm not going to do the player searching or the staff searching on video because that will just take too long. I'll just basically give you an overall of who we've brought in and who we've released. We've got 2 fitness coaches, okay. Don't know how I feel about that. Goalkeeping coach. I'm fine with Simon Royce being the goalkeeping coach. He's a club legend. We've got no scouts, so we'll definitely be bringing in some scouts. And we'll probably be bringing in some physios because I don't believe we have any. Yeah, we do not. We just have a head physio. So we'll be looking to bring that in. Finances, where are we at? We have 50k transfer budget, 45k the wage budget, and we're currently spending 41. So we've got 4k per week to basically play with. Then have a quick look at the dynamics. Team cohesion's poor, so hopefully throughout the pre-season we can get that boosted. And hopefully we can get them working together as a team. I'm not going to do the team meeting just yet. I'll do that after I've decided what I'm doing with the staff and the players and things like that. Dressing room atmosphere is not great. Managerial support is good, so I'm okay with that. And looking at the under 18s, I said skip. Under 18s, let's have a look. So we have not a lot. TJ Bramble's probably our best hope, which isn't great. And then we've got Ben Allen and Harvey Linter. So I'm not hopeful for our youth. So we may have to look at that as well. But yeah, as a squad, I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. So the starting 11, as I said, Jack Bonham, Barry Fuller, Max Amar, Ogilvie, O'Connor, Jones, O'Keefe, Byrne, Lee, Hanlon, Akinde. Areas to look for to improve. Right back for a first team, left back for backup, and a striker. And I think that's where it's going to be. We need to look at the staff, like I say. So, guys, if you have enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to the next episode, I know I'm looking forward to recording it and hopefully getting into the games, looking to see the changes in the team. But if you have liked the video and you like the content, make sure to hit that like button down below. Make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell on, obviously to get notified for when I upload videos. And make sure to check out my return video, which explains why I disappeared from Twitch and from YouTube. I'm going to try and keep my Twitch and YouTube separate in terms of content, so hopefully you're going to be able to see two different things. And yeah, make sure to comment down below any suggestions that you have for League One players, and make sure to share this video with as many people as you can. Try and get this video out there, and hopefully let's start building this community. So we're going to see Gillingham rise. Again, hit subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and I'll see you all next time.